Hi, welcome to Making a Better Me Day 68 update. Lost track of what day it was for a moment there, but it was day 68. Um, Today was Friday, and I took a vacation day today because we were headed to the Atlantic Outdoor Sports and RV show where we were taking part in dock diving. Um, so I'll tell you a bit about my day and about some of the things I've done. Um, so I got up a little bit early this morning, earlier than I would have liked to have, based on the fact that I didn't need to go to work. And I went and had some blood work done. I managed to make it through my 12-hour fast, and I went and had some blood work done. Um, just for general checkups. When I was in to see my doctor recently, he said, well, we haven't been here in a while. Maybe we should, just run out a little some blood tests just to make sure everything's the way it should be. So I'm like, okay. Not a huge fan of going 12 hours without eating, but I did manage to make it. So yay me. Um, so after that, we got ready and got on the road, Tamara and I, with our youngest border collie Score, to the Maritime or the Atlantic Outdoor Sports and RV show. Um, so sorry, I lost track of it. The name is eluding me. I'm just going to call it the Outdoor Show from now on. So we headed down there, stopped and grabbed a little bit to eat on the way, not too much, and away we went. Um, so yeah, that was how we spent our day was there. So let's talk about what happened. When we got there, we met up with Andy from Aquaterra Kennels, who was the person we were helping out there this weekend, or are helping out there this weekend. We'll be returning tomorrow and Sunday for more shows, I believe. Um, and so we took part in some dock diving demos in front of probably one of the lamest crowds I've ever seen. Now, granted, the weather was not great, and it was a Friday, a weekday, and there weren't very many people there. But I don't think they clapped, they didn't cheer, they didn't seem to really care about anything. I talked to one of the other performers or one of the other acts, and they said the same thing. They just sit there like a bunch of bumps on logs. So, um, anyway, so we took part in the dock diving demos, and I was pretty happy with Score because, as usual, nothing phased him. He just first first chance, he didn't need any practice, just got up on the dock, Tamara threw the toy, and away he went like a crazy dude. Um, and I love that about him. He's awesome, and nothing like that phases him. The funny thing was, or odd thing was, people wanted to pat him at different times as we walked through the show, and every time he was near the pool or he knew where the pool was, he didn't want anything to do with anybody because he just wanted to get to the pool. Like, the pool is huge for him, and he just thought, oh, I want to go swimming, I want to go dock diving, I want to go run, jump, and swim, and I just love that. So he's a pretty happy dude that way. He was really noisy between turns and barked incessantly and tired himself out a little bit, I think. But we tried to manage that a little bit better in the second show than we did in the first show, and I think he got along better. Um, so yeah, the dock diving demos went okay. Like I say, the we were short a few dogs because of some really foul weather tonight, and so some people that were supposed to come for the evening show didn't make it, and some people that had been in the morning show didn't come back for the afternoon show because of the weather. Um, so that is what it is, and we dealt with it as well as we could and filled our time to the best of our abilities. Um, After that, we wandered around the fairgrounds and saw, or no, the fairgrounds, the exhibition grounds, I don't know what you call it, and looked at some of the vendors. Although there was another room of vendors that we didn't make it to today. We'll probably go there and take a look at some of their things tomorrow. I think I know some of the people that are doing things in the other room, so that would be kind of cool to go see them. Um, so yeah, that was fun and interesting. Not everything in the outdoor show is my thing. I'm not really a hunter or a gun person, um, and I certainly don't have the money to afford some of the big four-wheeler vehicles. I mean, and RVs and campers and things like that. But kind of fun to look at some of those things and check them out and see what they're like and all about. And so that was kind of neat. Not something I typically go looking at. I'll have to try to do a little video of maybe some of the different things that we looked at and saw, and just some of the neat things, and include it. I did post a small video on my channel just a little bit earlier this evening of some of the activities that I partook in today. So I'll talk about that here now. So after we wandered around the fairgrounds, actually when we were wandering around looking at things, I ran into my friend Ian Stewart, who was actually going to be doing a show at the fair shortly after we ran into him. So we went down to the show area and caught his show, watched what we could of it. I had some things going on I had to deal with. I was actually entered in the amateur axe throwing competition. So I had to go and register, so I did miss some of the show, but I saw some really neat things. He juggled some stuff and did some tricks. He walked on glass. He juggled chainsaws and yeah, did all kinds of cool little things. So it was pretty neat to see. So good job, Ian. Hopefully we'll see some more of your shows over the next day or 2 days, and see what else you can see. And I know that you were out supporting our show towards the end, and so thank you for that. I appreciate you watching and checking out our stuff as well. So after Ian's show, we get into the axe throwing, and I was entered in the amateur axe throwing competition, which was a lot of fun. I've axe thrown a couple of times at the Timber Lounge in Halifax, which if you haven't been there, it is a great place, a lot of fun. Definitely check it out. It is it's just a good fun evening out. You get a group of friends together and you just go toss some axes and have some good rivalries and some competition, some friendly competition, and just have a good time. So yeah, it's good. So anyways, and Timber Lounge was a sponsor or involved with that competition that I partook in today. So that was neat. So how did I do? That's probably the question that people want to know. How did I do throwing axes? I did post a small video of me throwing axes on the channel, so you'll have to make sure you go check that out and see what you think. I just posted a couple of my turns real quickly. It's a 37-second video, so I mean everybody's got 37 seconds to see an old dude throw a couple of axes. So I think I did fairly well. There were 6 of us in the competition. We took 1 round each, which is 5 throws, and the top 4 scorers can get to move on. I was actually in the lead after the first round, or I was the winner of the first round, so we went into a playoff position where I played first played 4th place, and 2nd and 3rd place played off, and I continued on and then played in the final position. I believe I got the 3rd round. Can't even remember now. Anyways, and I ended up losing in the final, but I ended up finishing 2nd place overall, which was nice. Still got a plaque of sorts. It's a large hunk of wood carved, but it's really nice. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. I should often maybe include it in the video tomorrow or something. Get this t-shirt, and my entry fee was $5, so I thought that was pretty cool. I won the plaque, I won the $5, or got the t-shirt, and got to throw some axes. Oh, and for finishing 2nd place, I also came up with $75 richer, so that was pretty neat. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd definitely do that again, given the chance. Even without the $75, I was pretty happy. So $75 was certainly a bonus. Pay for my gas this weekend, or some of it, I think. So yeah, that was great. Had a lot of fun. After that, I took part in the $10,000 bullseye competition. Um, they changed things up a little bit, which made it a little bit difficult. We used a different axe with a longer handle, and the distance from the target was increased by about 4 feet, which doesn't sound like much, but certainly would make a difference. Also, the bullseye on the target went from a 3-inch bullseye, which is your sort of typical competition standard, to a 1-inch bullseye, so it was much smaller. Now they were saying they were going to pay out $10,000 to anyone that could manage a bullseye. The people that tried today, nobody came close. I don't think anybody even stuck an axe in the target, so myself included. So I was a little disappointed. That would have been pretty neat, but yeah, it is what it is. It was still fun. So after that, we did another dock diving demo, and after that was over, we got ready to head home. Now, we were aware for a couple of hours at this point that it was snowing heavily and the roads were getting really bad. And let me tell you, they were really bad. I am not one to typically slow down while driving on the highway, but I've been hearing accident reports, and the roads were slippery and greasy and covered with snow. I don't think I saw pavement the entire time we drove home. Everything was snow covered everywhere we went. So I said, well, Tamara, what are we going to do? We need to go home because she had medication she had to take. We've got to feed the other dogs, and we didn't have to change clothes for tomorrow or anything like that. She was soaking wet and cold, and so I said, well, let's just go for it. We'll just take our time and get there as well as we can. So I drove home. We did stop and grab a quick bite at Wendy's because we were tired and we just wanted some quick food to hold us over to get us home. So we get on the highway and drove, and we didn't drive very fast. It certainly wasn't like driving on the highway. I think my speed on average seemed to vary anywhere from about 40 kilometers an hour to 70 kilometers an hour. Usually seemed to spend the most time around 60 kilometers an hour, which is not much fun on highway driving. The drive took probably a little over 2 hours to get us home, but we did arrive safe. I did encounter, I believe I counted 8 vehicles in the ditch during the drive home. So we just took our time and played it safe, and we arrived alive. So I'm hoping by morning that the roads will be much better, although the snow is supposed to continue through the night, so we'll see what happens. I really don't want to take that drive again, but at least in the daylight it might not be so bad. So after we get home, we spent a little time just sort of talking with my wife Leanne and with the dogs, and then Tamara said, let's go out. It's beautiful out. It was, even though it's miserable, weird, wild snowstorm, very heavy snow, a lot of power outages here in Nova Scotia, but very pretty, trees covered with snow, everything covered with snow and weighed down, and really sticky snow. So we decided to go out and take a look at some of the places around town and see if we could see any really pretty sights. We probably won't get a chance to get out in the morning and go for a hike, which is what we normally do on a snowy day like today, or after a snowy day like today. So we did decide to take Storm and Score to the TAT grounds, and we went for a short walk there, about a half a mile. We've walked there a few times at night in the winter because it gives us a safe environment where we know that we'll see anybody around, and we know we won't really encounter other dogs or people or cars or anything that'll freak our dogs out. Especially Storm, he's a little little anxious around things like that. So he could just walk and he didn't have to worry about what else might be there. So we did do a little walk like that, and then we came home, and I've been sort of fiddling around with a few things, but I really need to get to bed. It's notice my eyes blinking a little bit. My daughter Tamara mentioned this about doing this in my videos. I look like I'm falling asleep. I probably am falling asleep, not because I'm bored, but because I'm exhausted. It is after 2 a.m. here. I've been up since 7:30 or something, and I need to get up probably at about 8 tomorrow. So yeah, it's a long haul. I am pretty tired, but I had a good day, a lot of fun, and even though Turner was a little bit cold and uncomfortable at times, I think she had fun today and enjoyed being there. Her friend Taylor was also taking part in the demos, so she got to hang around with her and finally meet her puppy Cash. So Tamara was pretty excited. She loves puppies. I guess we both love puppies, so it was kind of fun to see Cash. After I get home from our walk, I did decide, you know what, I need to clean off a little bit of the deck, and I need to snow blow a little bit just so that it will make getting out in the morning easier. So I did do a little bit of snow blowing and a little bit of shoveling on the deck. So that would be, I guess, my housework, conditioning type thing. Today I really didn't do much in terms of housework, or I didn't make it to the gym, but I was active and busy throughout the day, and I think that counts, and I'm going to count my snow blowing as a bit of a housework chore type of item for today. So yeah, that's about it. That's about all I have to say. Be sure to check out my little video of me throwing the axes. You might enjoy that. You can see what an almost champion looks like. But it was a lot of fun, and I hope the event continues and grows for next year, and there'll be more people involved. I'd love to do it again. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for tonight. So like I always say, be sure to, if you've watched this video, click on the like button or the thumbs up button. If you would like to leave a comment, I always appreciate comments. It's nice to have some feedback. I've been getting a little bit more feedback lately from some people I know, and that's great. I love to hear what you think and talk to you about some of the different things. And last of all, if you're watching the video and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. I would love to have a few more people watching my videos. I am doing this for me, but it is nice to have other people watching for accountability. So I would always appreciate that. So anyways, we'll call it a night. So have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.